From Devil May Sly to Devil May Cry. Last time we took a look at God Hand, a game by Clover, a studio stemming from Capcom that housed this man, Hideki Kamiya. So I saw it fitting to take a look at one of his older works. Hi, viewer, let me walk you through Devil May Cry. Our story starts with a corny pickup line. Did it hurt when you fell from heaven?
Devil May Cry.
I'm over the stroke of my dick.
Sorry, we closed at 9. Again, no password. I can't seem to get any real business. Whoa, slow down, babe. Well, what do we have here? Nature calls? It's in the back.
So, you must be the handyman who'll take any dirty job. Am I correct?
Almost. I only take special jobs. If you know what I mean.
You're the man who lost a mother and a brother to evil 20 years ago. The son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparta, Mr. Dante.
Well, the way I figure it, in this business a lot of your kind comes around. And if I kill each one that comes, eventually I should hit the jackpot sooner or later.
In that case, you should be used to this sort of thing.
Are you really the son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparta? Didn't your daddy teach you how to use a sword?
A sword. Time to go to work, guys. Even as a child, I had powers. There's demonic blood in me.
What strength?
You were the first one to know about my vengeance. It looks like I'm getting closer.
It seems that way, but I'm not your enemy.
Who killed
Dante?
Yeah, I know how it works. I once bit a guy and now we're best friends.
My name is Trish. I came here to seek your help. To put an end to the underworld.
What?
Years ago, Mundus, the Emperor of the Underworld, resurrected.
Mundus?
Yes. His powers were sealed by Sparta. He's attempting to gain control of the human world once again. He has been preparing to open the gate on Malay Island.
Okay, what an intro. We finally gain control and can get a feel for the movement while we walk up to the castle. Once in the castle, we encounter a locked door that requires 45 red orbs. Red orbs are the currency of this game. It's sometimes spent to open doors, but for the most part we're going to use it to buy items and techniques. Luckily for us, there are some red orbs scattered throughout the foyer. This is a soft tutorial on the movement. Not yet, I'm saving the movement for later. After opening the red door, we can further explore the castle. While treating the foyer like a jungle gym, we ran into a second locked door. It looked like it needed a rusty key, which is a bit on the nose, but sure. So I guess that's what we're looking for. But I can't find anything, just these lifeless puppets. Oh, hey, the key! Ha! Like I said, lifeless puppets. The house knows we're here, and it's fighting back. Not yet. Almost. Returning to the foyer, we open the door into a room with a biplane. Okay, lol. We descend into an arena, and I can finally talk about the combat and movement. Okay, where do I start? Dante controls like ass. And there is a bunch of problems compounding on top of each other. One of the first things you might notice is the movement speed. Dante is kinda slow, and it's not helped by the animation. It looks like he originally ran faster and they just put him in slow motion. It doesn't feel right. Kinda like the jumping. But that's mainly due to a lack of a shadow underneath Dante. I don't know where I'm gonna land, but I know it's not my target. It's also not helped by the camera angles. In fact, most of my problems stem from the fixed camera angles. Now, I don't hate the concept of fixed camera angles. I think they're fine. In a slower paced game, with better angles. Something like Resident Evil maybe. Which is fitting since this game started out as Resident Evil 4. The game never shows you all the action. So enemies just sit behind you off screen, ready to bounce on top of you. Even leaving the enemies out of this is one of those games where the direction the stick will take you is proportional to the camera, not the character. You keep moving in the direction you were headed before the camera transition, but that only lasts a split second before Dante turns to the direction where you're holding the stick. This can really mess you up when you are between 3 screen transitions. Otherwise, the combat is okay, obtuse, clunky. It's the dodging. Dodging doesn't cancel an attack. Dante first finishes his attack, hangs for a second, and then initiates a dodge. Another weird thing is how it's mapped. To dodge, you press R1 to target an enemy, then hold the direction on the left analog stick followed by pressing jump. The type of dodge you do is based on the direction of the stick, proportional to where Dante is facing. This really throws me off for some reason. I don't know, in my mind it should be based on the camera's perspective. The game is also very finicky about what it calls holding the stick left or right. Aim the stick too far forward, and Dante jumps. Too far backwards, and he does a backflip, which won't always put you out of danger. We finally mop up the last of the puppets and head through the door, ending our first mission. In between, and during, missions we can power up with the red orbs we've collected. But currently we couldn't buy a Snickers to save our life. Dicking around the castle, we run into a talking sword in the wall which yaps about loyalty. Yeah, sure buddy, I'm leaving.
Alright.
With this, we unlock Alistor, not Alistar, a sword that allows us to attack at lightning speed, according to the game, and unlocks the Devil Trigger. When 3 of these symbols underneath our health fill up, Dante can unleash the devil inside of him. With Devil Trigger active, we regenerate lost health, gain special abilities, and deal extra damage. It fills up really fast and can be cancelled when no longer needed, so there's no need to be shy with its usage. Going around finding a Staff of Judgment, fighting some Grim Reapers, and opening doors with said staff, we get made a trade offer. I am disgusted, appalled, mortified even. You offer me an easy modo game. To quote Resident Evil 4, no way fag. Past the door, we begin the trial of the lion. We cross a bridge just to read a plaque telling us to fuck right back off. Okay. One easy combat encounter later, and we're back on the bridge. Trial of the lion, trial of my ass. I've taken harder shits.
Big surprise. I hope for your sake you got something inside that big body of yours.
You pathetic thing! I'll step on you like
He is kinda spicy. Quite the jump up in difficulty from the puppets we've been fighting up until now. Time to deliver that medallion. Nope. I'm out. No, cute kitty. Moving on, time to stab a lady for her soul. As we pick up the dropped soul, making this game literally Dark Souls for the PS2, we notice our reflection is not quite what it seems. It's been a while since I've had a good sword fight. Haven't you? We eventually beat him, but still lost. Somehow. Luckily our pendant slips out, a problem I often have around the ladies, sending the knight into a PTSD shock. Should have gone to therapy, loser! With today's sponsor, BetterHelp! Nah, you think this tiny channel is gonna get the sponsorship? Time is running short as the soul we picked up before fighting the knight is starting to fade away. We quickly need to make it to the locked door. But in the meantime, how are these visuals doing it for you? It's an early PS2 game, and it really shows. Mostly by that horrendous motion blur everybody used. It's like my TV is dying and its ghost is leaving through my viewport. The texture quality is terrible, even at this resolution. It's not that bad on the environments. If anything, those just look like really blurry pictures. It's mostly the character models. Anything closer than really distant makes them look smudgy. It's a bit nitpicky, but eh. Otherwise, the art style of the game is really nice. The castle is very gothic, and I'm not talking about the emo kids at school. The environments just plain old look cool. Same goes for the enemy designs. They are supposed to be demons and they look like demons. Good shit. Next up, we find ourselves in deep shit. Literally, it's a sewer. At least we get our hands on the last blue orb fragment. Completing it. Completing a blue orb increases our max health. Fighting past some bugs, we head deeper for... Why are we here again? I can't remember. You know, I've been using that joke for quite a bit now, but that's not the whole story. Did you know this game has a life system? Throughout the game, we will find yellow orbs. These will revive you in the previous room after you die. If you start a mission with no yellow orbs, or manage to lose them all, you'd better not fucking die, or that's instantly back to the mission screen. And you can't just load a save like in Wolfenstein. Fuck that. Either design your game around manual saves, or give me a set amount of lives per mission. Behind him, we find the guiding light. Hallelujah! Just like a 9-to-5 job, it slowly sucks the life out of us. So we need to be quick. No. In the end, I make it back in the nick of time. And I've had it with that bloody spider. Kinky.
This time, there's no holding back.
You're right. I'm his son, Dante.
Nice fucking lip
Sweet
sync.
dreams.
Going down, we lower the drawbridge and find this puppy. The grenade gun is a high-powered alternative to ebony and ivory. It deals a massive amount of damage, but leaves us vulnerable thanks to its small wind-down animation. But while we can't cancel an attack into a dodge, we sure can cancel the wind-down by jumping. So it's become my new favorite. Heading over the newly lowered bridge, we arrive in a large field with a new type of enemy. Some kind of Spartan lizard. They make for some good chaff. Afterwards, we end up at the platforming section. At the summit of the platforming section, we find a new weapon. Ifrit. Ifrit is the slower, heavier alternative to Alistor. So you bet your ass I'm going to use it for the rest of the game. This is strength versus dex. And I'm siding with strength.
Son of Swallow who challenges the darkness for this.
Block off, Featherface, or you can stick around and find out the hard way.
There are two ways to beat this boss. You can pepper him with bullets, wait for the right time when he starts spawning platforms, platform your way up while dodging projectiles along the way, and slash him. Or just spam with a grenade launcher. No cutscene? Okay. Now that we have Ifrit, we can light this torch. Following the light through a puzzle maze, fighting some party-sized spiders, and finding a virgin brain we need to prove we are worthy of carrying a cup. Come at me. I've got some new toys. You've done well so far. Now let's see how you fare against my holy water blast. Our next mission starts with a warning. We have underwater swimming, and it controls exactly as good as you expect. Quite terrible. Here, you really notice the texture work. Currently, we can't do anything about underwater enemies, but that soon changes when we find the needle gun. It fires a 3-shot burst at an enemy, so underwater combat is nothing more than spamming fire and trying to avoid projectiles coming your way. We head for the upper deck, kill a side demon, and go on the demonic It's a Small World ride. I've had it with this fucking bird sitting off screen, flinging me into the sodding air. Watch this. Blam! Now we can finally go into the captain's quarters, where we find the Staff of Hermes, before the place gets flooded. While I get busy with that, this game's audio is quite good. We've got some decent slashing sounds on Alistair. And some nice spicy punches with Ifrit. No complaints there. All the ranged weapons sound good too. Again, no complaints. As for the music, that's a nuanced situation. The tracks themselves are amazing. There are some good suspenseful ones. And it goes hard on the boss fight. That doesn't mean the regular grunts are left in the dirt. They got one pretty good track. So, what's the problem? These are some good tunes, right? Yes. But let me repeat that last sentence before I play Public Enemy. They get one pretty good track. It's good, but it's just about the only track I'm hearing. You need to remember, this track starts playing every time you enter combat. These are some pretty good spices, my man, but I'm getting kinda sick of you putting nutmeg in everything. Back to the story. We need to head back to that sign of Hermes we saw when we started the Trial of the Lion. But that bridge is still raised. Let's first try to get into that Colosseum. After finding the shield, we need to unlock some doors. I start to struggle with these two shadow wolves. This happens like twice, and I don't have any yellow orbs anymore. Which means redoing the entire shield section twice. Oh, Capcom's difficulty manager strikes again. Okay, this game has dynamic difficulty. We find the spears to unlock the Colosseum behind the shield doors. And an old friend is waiting to greet us. How many times do I need to tell you off?
You beat him. Maybe it was too easy for you.
Mundus. His heinous ways make me sick, killing even his own, like they were nothing. He's the one that took the life of my mother, my brother, I'm sure of it. My mother used to always tell me that my father was a man who fought for the weak. He had courage and a righteous heart. In the name of my father, I will kill Mundus.
Yeah, let's go! Let's go. Come on. Yeah. Kill Mundus. Down under the museum, we find the Wheel of Destiny. The coolest name for what is essentially just the key to bring the bridge down. We make our way back to the lobby and find that the statue in the center is gone. Replaced with a button. Oh my god. Die! Killing that unlocks the door that leads us to the room with the biplane. Still kind of misplaced in the castle. We push further until we enter a room where we picked up the lion medallion. Who took a piss on the floor? This is Nightmare, the hardest boss in the game. He will drain your devil trigger, sink it to the ground when the lights turn off, sits in the middle of the room between 3 camera transitions, and is invulnerable until his orbs show. Oh yeah, and he can send you to the shadow dimension. I am genuinely, really getting frustrated with him. And I have nearly no yellow orbs left, so each death sends me back to the Colosseum. Okay, step back. Relax. We don't get angry at video games on this show. Start the PS2. My fucking disc just died. I have 2 off. We're switching to the HD collection. It's almost the same, but the combat feels easier for some reason. Maybe because I just got good. Enjoy the higher frame rate. Using the Staff of Hermes opens up a set of portals. We head in and fight the skeletal remains of a T-Rex before meeting up with Virgil. Oh yeah, spoiler, this is Virgil. Get it? Dante? Virgil? Freeze!
Virgil, Dante, happy birthday.
Wow! I want chocolate! No, I want chocolate!
Trish, Virgil has been defeated. You know what you must do. Now go.
Yes, Master.
Oh my heavens. Are you telling me Trish is evil? Moving on, we have another underwater section. Is it me or is the visual effect of the underwater section vomit-atrocious in the HD collection? Hey, wait. Why do I keep firing? I'm not tapping the button. No. No. No, I never got the prompt. No. Only children play on easy mode. So the HD collection automatically puts you in easy mode. We eventually find the Philosopher's Egg. Oh wait, most of my audience is American. We eventually find the Sorcerer's Egg and toss it into a fire. While it's transforming, Nightmare has come to keep us company. Hello, Nightmare, my old friend. we head back into the mirror dimension where we fight Lovecraftian Spider-Man and get the Philosopher's Stone to enter the underworld.
Dante! Dante, help me!
Trish!
How many times do I need to kick your ass, you filthy slug? Now, oh, you bitch!
You fool!
Shut it!
Look out, Ted!
Bow chicka wow wow.
Dante! Dante, why did you save my life?
Because you look like my mother. Now get out of my sight. The next time we meet, it won't be like this.
Dante!
Don't come any closer, you devil! Be gone, son! You may look like my mother, but you're nowhere close to her. You have no soul. You have the face, but you'll never have her fire!
You two have nailed me, Trish. You know the rules.
We sure as hell do. That means we're going to the heart chamber. Ooh, almost.
Again, I must face a Sparta. Strange fate, isn't it?
Strange and ironic that it will end the same way.
Irony has favored you this time. Look, there.
Trish!
Don't even think about it. Blink, she dies.
You!
Dante!
So sad that humans will always be humans. No more. Has the Sparta blood been spoiled over the ages? Now, die!
Trish! Trish! No!
Useless scum.
No!
Failure is one thing, but taking an odd behavior like that. What is the matter? It is time to end your pitiful life.
How much longer are you going to keep zapping? Come out and show yourself, Mundus!
And so the game transforms into a shoot 'em up. We fire these sigils at Mundus, dodges incoming projectiles, and use our Devil Trigger to unleash an attack that does massive damage. Good luck, the controls are reversed. Now to fight him mano a mano. During this fight he will spawn these orbs, which will restore our Devil Trigger when destroyed. Time to finish him off. Fireball! 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 Death! Oh, yes.
My mother risked her life for me. And now you, too.
Oh, so close.
I should have saved you.
Come on, baby, say the line, Dante.
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light.
This was my mother's. Now I'm giving it to you. My father's also here now. Rest in peace.
We don't have much time to mourn, because, in typical Resident Evil fashion, this place is about to blow up. We need to escape not only the underworld, but also the island the castle is on. Now, I don't know how we're going to do this, since the game never established how we got here, but I assume we just need to make it back to the entrance.
The gate has been opened. Dante, you are not getting away.
Mundus, cosplaying as a Keijo player, tries in vain to kill us one last time. But the game needs a climax, so it likes to act like that was a really tough battle.
Dante, use my power!
Henshin a go-go, baby.
Goodbye. And when you do come back, give my regards to my son, will ya?
What the fuck is wrong with your hip?
Trish!
Dante. Dante.
Trish. Devils never cry. These tears... Tears are a gift only humans have.
We're too late.
No, Trish. It's never too late.
Yeah, I bet you didn't expect that biplane to be irrelevant again. You thought it was a prop, didn't you? Did you really think they were going to use the shoot-em-up mechanics once?
The sky is fair. It'll always be above everyone's head, no different.
Like the sky. I feel like my heart is becoming clear.
Let's not forget, though, the Underworld's evil is still alive. They will someday return.
There's no need to worry, right? Because the world has the legendary Dark Knight Dante and his sidekick.
So fucking corny. Dante changes the name of his office and the two head out on new adventures.
5 minutes.
This game is a fine story. It's not as over the top as God Hand, but the what I am sure is unintentional ham is solid gold. Otherwise, it's the perfect game to build a sequel upon and a fine game to start a franchise with. Shame I couldn't finish it on the PS2. Next video is the November special. Oh, I haven't told you about the secret missions yet.